I'm very obsessed with information. I like having information on everything. And I don't like being disconnected from the internet.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So I pursued cybersecurity because I always wanted to have internet access.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to be able to hack anyone's Wi-Fi. Yeah, that was my goal. And then it ended up becoming a career.
Wow, okay. Yeah. Welcome to the 10th episode of Beyond the Classroom. As always, we're telling stories, we're inspiring careers, and these stories are told by amazing students. These students come from a variety of backgrounds, different departments, and of course, they have unique stories to tell. We've had a number of people. We've had core software engineers, we've had designers, we have people in the product marketing space, someone in machine learning space, and finally, we have somebody from the cybersecurity space. He's none other than Olasubomi. Now, Olasubomi is a final year student of computer science here at the University of Lagos and currently works as an information security engineer at Get Equity. Remind you, how's it going?
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thanks so much for coming. You see, cybersecurity, I think I'm really excited about this episode because cybersecurity is one of those things that I'm clueless about. So everything I'm going to really like, what I really want to know is from like a clueless point of view. I don't know anything about it. Okay? Right, yeah. So, you go to ISO.
No,
Keep that vibe. Keep that ISO vibe. Keep that ISO vibe. So what was Olasubomi like before University of Lagos?
For me was a try hard.
Oh.
Yeah. I used to do a lot of other stuff. Yeah. Just before community, like I was doing game dev with Unity. Yeah, then I tried Android dev.
Yes,
I was just
I'm doing as well.
okay, I was just trying different things at the time.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Seeing what I actually enjoyed doing on the computer.
So, like before, like you had a very early exposure to computers.
Yeah.
So like you played Xbox, played all the like. So how like your secondary school, like would you say like you did things that led up to you being like in the tech space? Were you sure about tech at that point?
Not really actually. Yeah, I attended St. Gregory's by the way.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. At the time I was considering aeronautics.
What are you this?
Yes. Aerospace engineering.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
I was more interested in what was in the sky.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. But community, like
So then you now ended up going for computer science.
yeah.
So what was that thought process like? I mean, was it because you thought, okay, in Nigeria aeronautics is exactly accessible, then let's do computer science?
Yeah, that was my focus idea actually. Yeah.
Right, so just two other dreams of the aeronautics engineering.
Not really, you know, in current Nigeria.
Right, yeah.
You know, trying to do what works for now.
Right.
Then maybe consider that later in life.
Makes sense. What was your expectations coming in before you go to university as well? Like, what were your expectations? Okay, now I want to computer science. What's your expectation like?
Okay. I actually expected to continue doing what I was doing in my spare time.
Right, yeah.
But it turns out it's not the same. There's actually a lot more to computer science than code.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot more to it than like the physics.
Okay.
I was expecting a lot of
Code and
no, not just code, but the electrical part of physics.
Oh,
So
okay.
you actually need to do maybe electrical engineering to
okay.
be more accustomed to that. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Let me check that out just a little bit.
So you talked about you doing game development before you even went to University of Lagos. I'm curious. So always like I like tech moments before University of Lagos. Okay, you realize that okay, this is actually something I want to do. Like, was there a point before University where you thought, okay, I think I might want to do this as a career or something before you knew that at all?
Honestly, I was just having fun. Like I actually saw it as a career.
Right, yeah. That's nice. I think people that get to like do things so much like you enjoy what you do for your career, right?
Yes.
Alright, so now you're in University of Lagos. What was your first year like?
First year, very interesting. A lot of misconceptions were cleared. Like
I suppose.
in second semester, when I first started having electives,
Right, yeah.
I wanted to do all the electives in the list. Or more. Like let's say 6 weeks into that semester,
Right, yeah.
reality hits. Reality hits big time. First year was very interesting, not too turbulent.
Right, yeah.
Actually, very chill.
We're still doing the old tech thing like inside them. I used to do game elements, the whole fun part of it.
Nah, not really, because we had some courses that dealt with other languages like Visual Basic,
Right.
and we also did C in year one, so that's semester. So I pursued different
Okay.
aspects of software.
I'm curious. At what point then did cybersecurity come to the picture?
Honestly, cybersecurity was always in the background because I'm very obsessed with information. I like having information on everything, and I don't like being disconnected from the internet.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I pursued cybersecurity because I always wanted to have internet access.
Okay.
Yeah. So I wanted to be able to hack anyone's Wi-Fi. Yeah. That was my goal. And then it ended up becoming a career.
Wow. Okay. That's very very interesting. How was your academic journey been in University of Lagos?
I'm not gonna lie. Shaggy, zero shaggy. Nah. Like I never envisaged like what I say my current CGP from then. Nah, it's crazy. Seriously crazy.
Well, I mean, you get to like do other things you're really passionate about and you enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. But I do wish I actually applied some more. I wouldn't even say effort, but it's just more time and consideration for some certain things and courses. Yeah.
Did you ever consider any other like desktop, machine learning, perhaps core front-end development, back-end development?
I was everywhere. Trust me, if you check my LinkedIn, if you check my Coursera history or any other learning platform, I've been everywhere. I've at least done the overview of every field. Yeah. I think the only one I was yet to consider was UI UX. That was the one I was yet to consider because I'm not good at art at all.
I was explaining each of them. Like, did any of them seem like, okay, I'm enjoying this a bit? Or when did you realize that, okay, or one of them, I think I'm going to do cybersecurity? Like, at what point was it like, okay, let me do cybersecurity?
Cybersecurity just felt most natural. Yeah. Because it requires consistency. Yes. Yeah, like every other skill. Yeah, you need to keep practicing before you can get better. But the fact that I was doing it passively without myself even knowing, okay, I'm actually doing what some people do as a job, became like a latent skill.
You keep talking about what you do, like what's that thing, what's it like, okay, now I'm trying to start out with cybersecurity.
Yeah.
What's that thing I need to do like to start out? Like, okay, now I'm starting out with this thing. How should I go about that? Stuff like that.
I would actually recommend a course by IIC Squared that's certified in cybersecurity.
Right, sure.
Yeah, CC. That's what I always point beginners to.
Right, sure.
Because it's much better than looking for YouTube channels, gathering Udemy courses or gathering any other platform courses. Honestly, that particular certification is the best for anyone that is looking to enter.
Right,
And then beyond them, you can now consider other platforms that are more technical, like depending on what's
interested in
exactly, whether it's governance, risk and compliance, penetration testing, DevSecOps, whatever you want to pursue in cybersecurity.
Focus on that, yeah.
Exactly.
Talk about penetration testing. Penetration testing.
Penetration testing.
Okay, yeah. I know like two parts of that. There's offensive and defensive. Am I right?
Yeah, penetration testing it's more offensive than defensive.
Okay, what's the difference between offensive? I think I'm really curious about the difference between offensive and defensive.
Okay, so when you think of defensive rules in cybersecurity, you consider incident response.
Okay.
Yeah, those are that rule basically encompasses people that deal with events when they occur, at least preventing like an imminent attack.
Okay.
Then when you look at the offensive side, you consider vulnerability assessment, penetration testing.
Okay.
Yeah. In that line, you would see people that assess the security of an application
Alright.
or service, yeah, or a product. Yeah. So that's red teaming basically.
Okay.
Then when you consider the defensive side, that's blue teaming.
Right.
Yeah, people that protects.
Okay, interesting. What was the lockdown period like? I feel like most people that come on here, they always have lockdown is extremely key to their growth where they are right now. What was the one lockdown feel like?
Honestly, lockdown was a lot. I think I did like 5 jobs during lockdown. Because at some point I was in music. Yeah, I worked at Social Mobile as an intern. I was recruiting Nigerian artists, to get their music on the platform.
Wow.
It was very easy. Like you get Indians listening to music. Yeah. Then at some point I was into crypto. Like really into crypto.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I had that phase big time during lockdown. But like I think you may not even know about the token. Have you heard of Ferrum?
Nah.
Yeah, I was very into that during lockdown 2020.
Keep
Then,
going.
and also then at that point as well, I got my first ambassadorship. Yeah. But when I say my second, actually for WVM, it's a framework on .NET.
Okay.
Basically. Explored that. Then on my birthday, I became a Microsoft Student Ambassador.
Okay.
It was very crazy how on that specific day, when I got the mail, I was like, wow. That's why I was busy doing a lot of things.
Yeah. That's super nice.
Different things.
Oh, how about like from the cybersecurity point of view, what are you doing in 2020?
Okay,
I think what so just like were you still exploring different startup points?
I was exploring different ways to make money. Different ways to make money. My first certification in cybersecurity was in 2020. Yeah. I think it was January or February. Yeah.
So even all before the whole COVID thing hits, you had like I mean January must have been before COVID.
Yeah, it was before
That was
COVID.
your
COVID was like end February, March.
Yeah, right, yeah.
I got my first certification from active countermeasures. Then after then, I discovered cyber science that year. That was when I finally found okay, wow, so there's a platform I can practice cybersecurity on. I can learn and practice at the same time. I discovered cyber science. I discovered try hacking 2021 and there's Hack the Box. Yes, what Hack the Box also in 2021.
all these are websites you can learn cybersecurity on.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then you can practice, especially penetration testing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So there's something I've learned that you guys in cybersecurity talk about. It's on the CTF competitions.
Yeah, yeah.
What's that about? Talk to me about that.
Okay, so basically all these platforms that are listed
Right, sir.
are basically where you would most likely do a CTF.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of CTFs on there for institutions and even like students and non-students alike.
Right, sir.
Yeah, anyone can participate. So basically in a CTF, you would have challenges.
Okay.
Yeah, typical scenarios of if you were trying to do penetration test on an organization.
Right, sir.
Yeah, trying to get access to things that you shouldn't have access to, trying to beat their encryption algorithms.
Right, sir.
Yeah, being able to access secrets.
Right, sir.
Yeah, so that's basically what CCF is all about. Just real world scenarios, but simulated.
So similar to like an hackathon kind of.
Yes, hackathons, but security. Yeah.
And you have experience in that. You've done multiple CCFs. How did you get started first with CCFs? What was like your first experience like?
My first experience was in 2021. That was when I finally discovered my contenders on Cyber Talent. Yeah, because for a long time I was trying to get to number one.
Right,
In
sir.
the
So like
Nigerian,
this
there was a leaderboard.
Okay,
Yeah,
right,
so I
sir.
was trying to get to number one in the Nigerian leaderboard, and I found that every time I got either close or I topped, there was this guy that was always very close to me, Cyber Bear. Yeah, I did OSINT on him.
Right, sir.
Yeah, actually no, not him first. The first person I discovered on my team was Nerdy King. So I did OSINT on him, and after I found him, I found the rest of my team. That was 2021, and we did our first CTF.
So you all knew each other from the leaderboard, and you all formed like a team from that.
Yes, basically.
Okay.
Yeah. So from there we participated in the ABC American Business Council Nigeria. Yeah, they had a CTF that year, and we participated. We came in third actually. Yeah, they gave us some merch, and we got some certification courses for free.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's the experience like? Like that early in your career, what was that like? Did that validation feel like? How was it like?
Okay, well, felt good, but at the same time, like we wanted more. Like we were actually very close.
Okay.
Yeah, because the way the system works, if like everyone may get a secret, like a flag. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
everyone may identify a flag,
Right, sir?
but you have to submit it early.
Okay.
You have to submit it early. Yeah, you have to stack up points before everybody else.
Okay.
If you find flags, you have to submit immediately.
Oh, okay.
So that was one of the things that actually like.
So basically, I think the idea I'm getting now, like, what's the CSR is like, is an organization, like
Yeah.
a simulated organization,
Yeah.
and then you're trying to find vulnerabilities in this organization. Is that the
Yes.
idea?
Okay, so yeah, there are like how do I put it now? there are different challenges I come in the CTFA.
Right, sure.
There's cryptography. There's what else? Let's see. There's cryptography. You can have technography challenges. That's basically trying to identify information hidden in images
Okay.
and in audio.
Wow.
Yeah, we know to find like hidden messages in audio and pictures. Then you have other challenges that involve you trying to gain administrative access to a web application.
Wow.
Yeah, like let's say a simulated website.
Right, sure.
Yeah, which would have an admin login, and you have to get access to that.
Okay.
You know, escalate your privilege on that service.
Right, sure.
Yeah. So there are different challenges. It's not usually you may have them arranged in categories,
Right, sure.
or they will just give you a link to a web application, and then you have to figure it out from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. How would you say this experience has like shaped you to be information security engineer you are right now?
Well, it's gave me the hands-on experience using now. Yeah.
I want to talk about your work at Get Security.
Yeah.
Before I go to do that, let's have a quick commercial break from our sponsors.
This video is sponsored by Classroom.io. Classroom.io is an open source learning management system for small and medium-sized bootcamps to fully set up a customizable online teaching platform. If you have students and you want to teach them anything online, the best way to quickly get started is Classroom.io. You can create courses, invite your students, give your students assignments, and create those assignments with AI and many more features. Check them out at classroom.io.com.
Alright, welcome back. Before we left, I was going to talk about Get Security, about your work there. So talk to me. How did you get the job first?
Right. Okay. So funny how this was at DevFest 2022. Yeah. I was with a friend of mine, Wally, and we're taking shots at landmarks, taking photos. Then we saw the CEO of Get Equity at Street. Yeah. I had met him at this conference that happened in 2021. Is it Concat? Like that was at ICM. Okay. Right. Okay. So we had already met him there, so we just figured, okay, let's say hello. Yeah. And like it was the idea to say, okay, we're gonna have CWES in a couple of months. Yeah, to say, oh, like, do you have anything for us, like just in case, because we're looking for placements. Yeah, and we hit him up, exchanged greetings. Then he pitched the idea of us doing CWES there.
Wow.
Yeah, and he asked us what we did. He said he needed backend, and I said security, and we were like, oh, security, that's what he actually needs at the moment, because he needed to set up a bounty for Get Equity.
So you started from CWES?
Yeah.
You still work there, so you got like a return of house and such.
Yeah.
What was the experience in CWES like? Those 6 months, what was it like?
It was very interesting. I got to do a lot of code saving here. I got to do a lot of things that, like, it was a shift in perspective, because I'm usually the one just trying to attack or assess the service without even having any insider information.
Right.
Yeah. So on the other hand, I was actually defending the systems, monitoring logs, seeing what's the PC must receive when I am trying to get access to platforms. Yeah.
And at what point you realize you're going to get the return of house?
That was honestly.
Was there any points where you were doing so, okay, I'm just doing good work that I think I'm going to come back here?
Yeah. Honestly, I felt that way since day one.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I love the company, I love the work culture.
Right.
Yeah, I just said, nah, I have to stay.
Right.
Like even if I got another job, I would still want to stay and contribute to what they're doing, because it's amazing actually.
As a student coming in, what was that big workplace culture if you saw face when you got there?
Honestly, it was a very comfortable shift actually, because I wasn't the first student to want to get a
Oh, okay.
yeah, the CEO himself, Jude, is an alumni from Computer Science.
Oh, crazy.
Yeah, so I felt very comfortable. Yeah, sit right in.
Was that your first job?
That was my first job.
But you worked gigs before that, leading up to that?
Yeah.
Talk to me about those gigs.
Right. So my first real gig, paying gig.
Right.
I got that through one of my course mates, Spectre. Yeah, an OG for real. Yeah. He needed me to help someone with a pen test of a simulated web application.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, and from there, I got other referrals from that particular client. And
Wow.
since then, honestly, like that has actually led on to most of the gigs I have gotten today.
I feel like it's one of those things where once you do that good job,
Yeah,
like it's very easy. Like word of mouth is like the biggest thing you have once you do a very good job. Yeah. And I think another thing about cybersecurity as a field is many people I struggle to get how I'm into cybersecurity right here. How do I show off my work, in the tech ecosystem? There's a consensus that is quite important to let people know what you're doing. Okay, now I'm a UX designer. I designed these, I put it out there, I'm a front end guy, I put this out there. For a cybersecurity person, how do you do that?
honestly, you go for because I feel the biggest way to show off your prowess or
Right.
skill as a security engineer is through bug bounties. But
What does bug bounty mean? Keep saying this.
okay, so basically it's a program where security researchers, penetration testers are invited to find bugs in
Okay.
a real service.
Okay.
Like let's say a company like Microsoft wants to test an app that was released. Yeah, they would give access to the public. Okay, try to find security flaws in this service, and we will reward you based off of the severity, like how much damage can be done through what you have found.
Wow, crazy.
Yeah.
Talk to me about like also in this tech ecosystem. Same way we talk about showing your work off, we also
Yeah.
talk about communities. I
Yeah.
personally can speak I can speak a lot about how communities help my career growth, right?
Yeah.
What's the cybersecurity community in Nigeria like?
Okay, yeah. There's numerous communities actually, numerous, but I'm not so active in the community space.
Yeah.
I've been to a few events, but honestly, I feel like I have mingled more in the software space, like the mainstream tech, dev fairs,
Right,
all of
yeah.
that.
Okay.
And
Oscar Ferris.
exactly, yeah. I'm also a Microsoft student ambassador,
Right,
so
yeah.
I'm in line with that community, but it's not in that cybersecurity niche. Yeah, it's just everyone that is acquainted with tech can become
Yeah.
an ambassador or a member
And
of
then-
the Google Developer Student Clubs. Yeah.
And what you're in that community then like narrow down to what you want. Like you want security with like cybersecurity within that big community.
Yeah, most times I've had to be the one either like starting or like people reaching out to me for that security aspect actually, because it's not very popular, yeah, among Unilag students.
Right, so that's very
Yeah,
true.
Unilag students. But then it's making waves now. At least if you check the cyber talent leaderboard for Unilag, you'll see there's a lot more students there than when I started.
Super nice. Also, the leaderboard, what's the name?
Cyber talents.
What's it like? Talk to me. What does that mean?
Yeah, it's a platform where you can participate in CTFs and also learn about
Okay.
cybersecurity.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Talking about the Microsoft Dance Students Ambassador Program.
Yeah.
What was your experience there like? What's it still like?
Well, it was very, very interesting, very immersive.
Right here.
Yeah, you get to interact with students from all over the world. Very interesting experience actually, and it invites you to challenge yourself. Yeah, constantly, because you need to participate in things, host events, take courses, upskill. It doesn't allow you to wither your skill. Yeah, you like as it hurts.
you don't know.
Exactly.
Right,
So it's a very immersive program.
Okay, talk to me. What do you do for self care? Just one day. What do you do?
There's one day. That's a job. That's a job. Nah, I love food for real. I also enjoy playing games.
So play video games.
Yeah, not often.
Right.
But
What kind of games do you play?
then Fluence Crossell games.
See me asking like I would do.
Clash Royale, Brawl Stars. Although I haven't been so active.
Right,
Yeah. I also play a few PlayStation games. Some of
yeah.
64.
Okay. Oh yeah. Okay. I know that one, guys.
Yeah, but then I'm not so active. I'm not an active gamer, honestly.
Right.
If you challenge me now, you could beat me even with your lack of experience.
Yeah. I know they see. Alright, so how do you combine? I mean, talking about touching on every tech stack, where there are the points where you did this, did that, and then you're still students. How do you combine that together? How do you see like able to balance that with extracurricular activities?
Honestly, I had a very terrible conception at some point, especially in 300 hours during COVID.
Right.
Yeah. At that point, I felt like school must come. Like, especially being in a federal uni, see my juniors advancing during COVID. I was like, what?
I get that.
You guys are still having classes. You guys are actually trying to finish this session. Nah. So during 2020, I had been desensitized on things that concerned academics. Yeah, very desensitized. But then, right now, I can tell you for a fact that school is not a scam, because that your CGPA, it's not cumulative record average or more. It's confidence growth pacing average, because your CGPA actually tends to limit how you view yourself, depending on the type of person you are.
Right.
Yeah. Some people may say, "Oh, just a number." Honestly, to fuck with you mentally. So actually, it may reduce your esteem for yourself, because it's a metric to your performance, to like what you can do. Yeah. So you should actually not sleep on school. School is not a scam for real. Yeah. And you actually learn a lot of valuable things by actually trying, putting in the time at the work, right? So get your A's, put in your CGPA, try to finish with the first class or at worst second class or yeah. But then it's not too late for anyone who is in a not so good space, CGPA wise.
I really get that actually. That's crazy.
Yeah. So everyone should actually put some effort into school. Right here. If you're already in your final year listening to this on your penultimate year and you already kind of screwed up, you can try and cover up and just take school a little bit more seriously. Yeah, it's not too late. And yes, that number will actually, it will hit you later in the future that, wow, my CGPA was actually low, especially when you're applying for jobs at very orthodox organizations within the country, like banks, government institutions. They always want that, the CGPA must not be lower than 4.5, exactly. Yeah, all those bars to entry will disturb you, because you feel like, you're skilled. But yes, there are some of your peers that, not only are they skilled, their CGPA was actually through the roof.
I think what I'm guessing is you're saying it's extremely important that you realize that the relationship between your skill sets and academics is not really this or that. It's more like you can do both as an and, like this and that.
Yes.
Closing off here, what are the lessons you've learned about yourselves, about your career aspirations across the entire journey, from the doing this one, doing that one? What have you learned basically?
Okay, yeah. If you can, try everything. Yeah, if you can. And try to do what actually works best for you. What you can upskill at the fastest. Because the way the economy is, it's not friendly with beginners at all. Friendly with beginners. Like, forget that you may be able to get a job through maybe someone that you know, but if you can't perform, that's going to be a problem actually. Yeah, so.
Okay. I mean, someone referring can get you in, but then would that keep the job? You also at some point you actually have to put in the work and actually do good work, right?
Exactly.
That's interesting. How do you feel about anime?
I love anime. Yeah, love anime, absolutely. My favorite is Attack on Titan. Yeah,
so my thing with anime is I get this in notes. I don't watch anime, right? And everybody, I don't.
Wow.
And every time I get that thing, they're always saying about watch this Attack on Titan thing. There's this Titan, there's that. What's that? I won't be showing up.
Trust me, like what actually?
Well, I don't know. Like, so I think initially, it's like I had this mindset which I realized is wrong. Like for babies. Then when I went past that, I'm not. I think at this point I'm at the point where I'm like, I've said so many bad things about this thing. I cannot afford. I feel like when I watch, I actually like it. I cannot afford to like it, and I'll come back to people and say that we were right. I'll just not watch it.
Honestly, we've always been right, because at some point, if you go back 10 years, it wasn't mainstream. But
That
now
was
it's very mainstream now.
But like 3 in every 4 people you meet in tech, not tech, 3 in every 5 people you meet are probably like they probably watch anime.
Yeah.
That's crazy impressive. You guys are trying. You guys are making. Alright, so basically, if there's somebody out there looking to start their career, what advice do you have for the person?
Right.
In cybersecurity, it's very within the context of cybersecurity, not software engineering. Like, it's very how different it is from traditional software engineering. What advice do you have for a person that wants to be an information security engineer someday in the future? A person just and you have no knowledge. What do you think a person should do right now?
Right. Okay. If you have no knowledge
Right here, maybe like a roadmap would be good.
for cybersecurity or for tech in general.
No, this is cybersecurity.
Cybersecurity first. Okay. Like I mentioned earlier, you should actually take the ISC Square course or Certified Cybersecurity (CC). Yeah, you should work on that. It's very good for entry level.
Like, you should do nothing,
You
just
do nothing
interest.
exactly.
Right, yeah,
Just pure interest. Yeah, it doesn't require that much prerequisite like knowledge at all.
Oh, that's
At all.
nice.
Yeah. If you're already comfortable with a computer, or at least you know what networks are, yeah, you will breeze through it. But maybe if you've never used a computer before, definitely it will not be as easy. But it's very beginner friendly. It's extremely friendly to begin with. Yeah.
So after you do what do you think the person should do next?
Yeah, that
Based on
depends
their interest?
Based on your interest. Yeah, you can, if you want to do penetration testing, you can work on platforms like Portswigger. Yeah, there you can learn how to use Burp Suites. That's for API and web application security testing. Yeah. Then you can also work on platforms like HyperCTF, Cyber Silence, Track,
So I feel you go through that first phase where you know the basics really well,
yeah,
and now you're then doing a couple of exploration where you're trying to solve real life problems
yeah,
with this CCS, right?
yes.
I think it's really similar to the machine learning phase as well. Like as 8 guests, Said talked about it, how to start off, take that base course where you actually have that knowledge about okay, what's this whole thing about, like
That's the
from the
view of
beginner,
you.
do another view, and then now you're doing hackathons, you start and like you really learn on that, like kind of like I want to use the word on the job,
Yeah.
but actually learning from doing those things. And there's no building a website, I boost this website, I cloned Netflix, there's none of like it doesn't exist in this field. So the way you learn is actually doing simulations of what you actually do on a job, right?
Yeah. Well, they aren't simulations per se because what you test is actually live. It's on the internet.
Oh wow.
It's served. Yeah. It's not a game.
Oh wow.
Yeah. But the thing is, it's safe because no one actually requires those platforms for their daily life.
Oh, okay.
It's not like you're testing a bank's web application
Right,
now.
right,
You know,
right.
that one you can actually jeopardize a lot of people's lives.
Right, yeah.
So it's safe, but it's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finally, looking back on your journey, is there anything you think you want to change about? Like just got your tech journey especially short, is there anything if I had done this earlier, anything personal that comes to mind?
Well, in my tech journey, I actually wouldn't change much. Yeah, I love.
That was funny to me right now.
Yeah,
Literally every speaker, I mean the last one, right?
Yeah.
Every speaker I've had, they said they won't change anything.
yeah,
I think it's so important because the lessons, the quote unquote failures, the L's, they're all kind of like important into who you are right now. You like agree with that?
yes, definitely. They all make up to you. So character development. Yeah. So beyond the classroom,
Right.
I wouldn't change much. But in the classroom, I actually wish I took school more seriously. Yeah, nah. But then at the same time, I wouldn't completely blame myself because
I mean, I don't think the system helps, to be honest.
yes,
I think Buki talked about it as well. The proportionality between your efforts and your results is not very.
there's a lot of disparity.
Yeah, it's
True,
not.
true.
Yeah, right.
But at the same time, I'm not gonna lie. I did this to myself because I have a lot of A's.
Right, I feel you.
Honestly, if you see my academic profile, plenty.
Yeah, right.
But the spectrum also like you go far. Trust me.
I feel you.
No, and it's very. Ishige is a lot.
I feel you. One final question, yeah. If you could how do you think that 13-year-old came up,
Yeah.
that's Shubomi, yeah? How do you think he feels about what you do right now?
Honestly, he will be amazed that I'm actually doing what I do now, and I'm not, you know, doing something more casual.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of casual jobs that your day to day is kind of the same as another person's day to day.
Right.
Yeah. So honestly, I figured I'd end up doing something like that. Yeah, in line with engineering, like just doing like, you know, regular,
Boring to see you.
exactly very
Right.
aggressive stuff. Or more every day, it's a different thing.
What's it this like? I'm curious.
Honestly, it feels like living. Yeah, it feels alive. There's always going to be something new in every new release. There's something to check for.
Right.
Yeah.
That sounds exciting actually.
Right.
So I think before we started this episode,
Yeah.
my opinion about cybersecurity is good. But now, like when you talk about your day to day, like the idea of now there's a new problem to solve, and like it's not repetitive. I think I really struggle with the same task.
Yeah.
Right? I like the idea. Okay, it's a new problem. Okay, today's one is this one. Now let's solve this.
Yeah.
That sounds really exciting and that must be really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, very much.
I think that's the episode. Thanks so much for coming. It's been amazing. I think this little episode has really changed my perception about cybersecurity. Kind of.
I'm glad.
I think I have more context. I think that's what it is. More context about cybersecurity. And if there's anyone out there that's looking to get into the space, this is your sign from the universe to try cybersecurity out. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.